Okay. Hello, everybody. Eh, I was a bit later to start talking than usual because I made a typo on the little note, little note that I send out when I start streaming. Since I like it. I make one for each one. It's unique. It's not just a prepared template. But because it's not a prepared template, I can end up making a typo and not realizing it until I've already copy and pasted that into, everywhere that I send the message out to. So yeah, it took a bit of time to fix that. But anyway, it's time for art. Okay. And... okay, I was still working on this and... okay. Oh yeah, I need to get my palette up. Yeah. Especially because I decided I'm going to... actually... I'll have each of the arms be its own, separate layer, just to make it easier when I'm, making the pics to be animated. Because, literally, as long as I have them all be their own layer, I can have them in front of the body and then just kind of, they can cover up the outline for their parts, and it'll just be easy to work with. Okay, maybe it'll work better if I start from here. Okay, that actually does look better. Yeah, I've been having an interesting week so far at work. So basically, they decided well, okay, I don't know exactly who they is, upper management, someone, maybe even the client. They decided they want to, know the inventory of laptops we had. And, well, we had a lot of laptops, so that was going to take some time. And while that was happening, parts of the general production process for receiving the laptops, cleaning them, checking them, painting them, sending them on, all that stuff, parts of that had to be stopped temporarily. And that well, that did get a bit annoying. Because obviously, there's only really two options of what to do with the workers when their department is stopped. Either you send them home, which means if they're paid hourly, they're not going to get paid for that day. Or at least they're only going to get paid partially, depending on when exactly inventory started on their section. Or you send them to another part of the another stop in the process to help out. And that's what happened on Tuesday, yeah, yesterday. Sorry, work does kind of just turn my mind to mush a bit and really mess up my sense of time passing. But yeah, no, that's what happened yesterday. I got into work, got everything set up to start painting, and then the inventory people came by and Yeah, then we couldn't paint anymore because they need to take inventory of everything in our section. So we couldn't paint, we couldn't send anything out. We were just done. So we had to head on down to the main floor and we got assigned to another section. And to be honest, even after working there a day, I don't know exactly what goes on in that section. Like, most I knew that what we were doing. Okay, anyway. Like, what I can tell you we were doing was we were taking laptops, setting them up on these racks, plugging them into charge, turning them on, and connecting them to a specific Wi-Fi network. And I did notice a PowerShell window opening when they did connect, so I think that might have been a... Like, I'm thinking these laptops already had a script set up in them to, like, activate and do something when they connected to a specific Wi-Fi network. But we basically just had to do that. Then we had to scan the little tags that we kind of like bundle with all laptops, which is part of the process of just tracking them throughout the entire process. Okay, I really shouldn't have used process the first time, but it's part of the system of tracking them throughout the entire refurbishment process. Like, I work with them a lot. I deal with the tags a lot in Paint because I do have to scan them and then like scan another thing so the system knows, okay, this laptop is now here. Okay. But yeah, so we'd scan it, like specifically we scan a serial number of it. And like the scanner was hooked up to a laptop that someone else that worked down, a regular down there set that up. I have no idea exactly what was going on with it. But basically we'd scan the serial number for a laptop. It would check like, okay, this thing has, like the last time this checked in with something was, say, November of last year. Which means this thing's like probably been in this entire process for a few months without really like getting to this stage, which just meant it probably was just sitting somewhere, honestly. But yeah, so we'd do that. Then we'd write down on the tag the time at which we first scanned it. And once we did that, the only thing left to do, other than just setting up more laptops and like getting them all hooked up to the Wi-Fi, was literally just wait. Because we'd have to wait like 3 to 5 minutes. Honestly, could wait longer than that. But we'd have to wait and then see like if the okay, I'm just gonna sorry, I'm trying to figure out like, because I think for now I've pretty much gathered, well, maybe I should do some, I don't know. I think for now I've got, oh, dang it. I wanted to go change that and I forgot to actually change the name, but anyway, I think I've got most of the body done now. Now just setting up holders for the like for the arms. But anyways, I was saying, like after we did the first scan, we literally would just have to wait, then scan it again after like 5 minutes had passed at least. And then we'd have to like actually pay attention to the like last time it connected, or I can't remember how it was actually phrased, but that doesn't matter. We have to pay attention to the time and date that was giving us, because like as soon as it pretty much got past, like if it showed a time and date that was later than the first time we scanned it, it was good, it could move on. If it didn't, it would literally just have to wait there. It would just, like, we just let it sit there and we check back again later. So yeah, not much to do. And honestly, I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, the worst part of the experience was, honestly, it's, like I said, it wasn't bad or too complicated, but I'm getting dropped into an entirely new setup. I don't know how to do anything. It's not exactly a good combination, if you get what I mean. But okay. All right. But yeah. So even though it was easy, just getting dumped into something like that, like, it's not a nice feeling. I feel like I'm just going to mess something up, and I'm working with laptops. That's like, I am genuinely afraid of messing up something on that a lot of the time. So this really doesn't help me. And then also, it's actually kind of, like, it's not as loud as in the paint room, but out on the floor, it is actually pretty loud, which can make it hard to hear people, which is especially worrying when one of the things you're trying to hear is the actual instructions of how do we do this job. So yeah, I was actually kind of glad when I was able to get back to working in the paint room today. Which, I mean, I honestly, as soon as that hit me, like at work, and I realized that, I was like, damn, never really thought I'd say that. Because I've been trying to get out of this place for as long as I've been here. Yeah, it really does. Like, it really makes a difference when you're working with something that you're more familiar with. Versus just getting dropped into someplace new. Okay. Seriously, that doesn't... Oh, duh. I was wondering, I'm not that smart sometimes. Or less not smart and more not observant. Oh, and another thing, I sent in another application for the mail clerk job that I'm pretty sure I mentioned before it was one where, like, dear lord, so much stuff was just going on, and it was like, why is this happening to me? Like, why is none of this actually working how it should? Okay. Interesting that has the... Okay, I'll definitely be actually putting these as... like, these lines as on a separate layer. And actually fully connecting them. But, okay, no, I won't worry about that right now. Okay, I was wondering if I should have it like, say, arms 2 be like these two, and then arms 3 be like these ones. But if this is angry or angy, then the arms should be like moving in parallel. So arms 1 should be them both out the side. Arms 3 both up, arms 2 both down, or something along those lines. Basically, they should both be in the same position. Okay, so now what else was I talking about before I went to this? Oh, I just realized something that's going to be annoying. For the ones that go behind the head, oh. Okay, it'd be annoying, but I could literally just make the head and body like separate. Like, I can literally just cut off this part, and yeah, honestly, I'll probably do that. Just cut this to a different layer and have that separate from the body. Or I guess rename this folder as head and then just have body here. So, alright. So let's just decapitate myself here. Ah, damn it. Nope. Okay, I need to make sure I can have everything properly on my tablet when I decapitate myself. Alright. And considering it's going to be okay, that way the head will be in front of all the arms and such, and I don't gotta worry. That way I can have the arms in front of the body, then... and still also be behind the head. Okay. And then I'll shrink this down to a bit more like so. Okay, yep. You can't even see the mark. Okay. Now let's get here. right. And then I'm just gonna have to make sure and just erase the parts that shouldn't be there. Like the parts are kind of sticking out. I mean. Wait, did I miss a part? Oh, no, okay, no, it just looks like that, so... In which case... Let's just continue this line a bit like so. And then also just just like that. Okay, that looks better. Okay, and now for the other side. And I'll also need to actually draw it fully connecting with the body, of course. Alright. Grab this one. And looks like I might need to... Well, okay, no, as long as I keep it like this, it should look okay. Ah. Okay. Dang it. Use a soft eraser. Okay. That works. And just continue it like that. Looks much better. So let's see. Okay, yeah, a mostly straight line going down like so. Alright. Okay. And now to fine tune it. Shave this down. Okay, that's good. Then this side. Alright. And shave down over here. Nice, nice. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, taskbar stuff is just popping up again in my way. Alright, that's good. say if I just connect there and there. Although I might want to kind of just like right in here. Okay. That side looks good, although okay, just realized I missed a little spot. Thankfully, it is up here. Up here where nothing else gets in the way. Alright. Now over here. Okay, I feel like that looks good for this one. I mean, granted, these don't have to be too good because, like, they're comically deformed hands, so they don't have to look perfect. Dear Lord, imagine if I tried to draw a good-looking hand. Oh, that would be horrible. Like, that would just straight up be torture. I think the closest I've gotten to an actual good-looking hand was... I mean, I was basically looking at my own hand as reference, and even then, it just... I don't think it turned out well. Okay, so it's arms 2 done. Now for the third set. Okay, nice. This one is pretty much just... like, barely touches this. That'll be easy to clear off. Of course, going to have to make sure this line actually reaches the body. And also gonna have to draw this part of the hand kind of actually going to the other part of the arm, which I can do after I actually draw it in, or more so fill it in. Okay. Now down to size 20 and just kind of continue this like so. And while I'm here, bye-bye. Okay. All right. One arm down, one to go. Okay, and thankfully it's all like one connected thing. That's nice. Gonna have to be yeah, I just feeling this arm's kind of coming in at a weird angle. Oh well. And, yeah, just draw a connection like that. Okay. Let's try dialing down to 17. Okay, that works. Oh, and I actually managed to keep that one pretty just straight within the lines. Great job, me. Thank you, me. I'm very happy you noticed. It was actually a happy coincidence, but I will gladly take credit for it. Because you apparently want to think that it was intentional. Okay, just... yeah, like that. Okay. So we have all the arms. Now for this layer, I'll be using it for these. And I feel like just using black for it is probably going to be the best thing. And I think I'm going to need to make sure it's above all 3 layers right now. Because I want to make sure that there's no spillage. Because most of the time this is going to, like, there's going to be, I'd say, yeah, 3 frames where it's over at least like this, no, 2 frames where it's over like this pair of arms. So I don't want to have any weird parts sticking out. And like, same on, well, yeah. It'll be the same for all of them. There will at least be 2 frames where the speed lines are over them, so I want to make sure that it's not... that they still look like consistent lines. Just gotta trim up the sides like so. And then once I'm done with this, I can put it behind the arms. It looks like I might need to touch up that part. Because it looks like when I filled it in, I kind of missed a pixel there. Okay, that's looking very good on that side. Now for over here. At least this one will be easy. Yeah. Nice, it's not even trying to go in there. This has been the nicest set of these. And now for up here. All right. Yeah, I feel like I might have accidentally taken off a bit more from there. Yeah, I keep accidentally like cutting into in here too much. Okay, that looked better. All right. Okay, so this motion lines. All right. Okay, I will. Well, I'm not gonna start doing like skin color for the entire thing, but if I can get I want to get the arms done, as that'll just be the easiest one to like actually do it with. Basically, and then I can also set each of the arms up so they're ready for once I get the body. Which I can also do the body, I just... Yeah, well, actually, I guess God, I can't even remember, like, the usual steps I take, because I can't remember if I put in the skin tone and, well, skin color before I start drawing the hair. Like, I just can't remember for the life of me. But for right now, I'm going to be working on the arms. So add in a second layer. Okay. Okay, 5 pixels is enough. Yeah, 5 pixels is enough, but it needs to be on the layer below. Ooh, yeah, don't need that much. And turn off the motion lens. So this I'm going to actually really like draw the arms attaching. Each of the arms layers has a we'll have this covering where it connects to the body. That way I can just fine tune it, round out the edges a bit. And with that, I'm just turn the template off. And I can fill these in. Oh, okay, that's an easily solved problem now. And easily solve a smaller pen size. Oh, I didn't even realize I had. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. That's weird and unsightly, so let's get rid of that. And that part too. Alright. Okay, didn't mean to scroll all the way down. Alright. And of course, with this, when I'm actually making the, saving the photos to turn into the, saving the images to turn into the GIF, I'll obviously be, moving the layers around so everything really makes sense. Okay, better. Just moving certain ones in front of the body, and like the active ones go in front of the body, the non-active ones go behind and get dimmed. That way I don't have any one thing, like, that way there's only one set of arms that's actually attaching to the body at a time. Oh. Need to get the skin color back. I didn't even realize those were actually like separate sectors. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna have to, again, just do a bit more fine tuning. With the lines. That's good. And we'll just erase those parts. And just kind of round out these corners a bit. Do any of the other arms need their corners rounded out a bit? Not really. I only felt these ones because it feels like when it's just straight out, it feels kind of weird to have a sharp corner. When it's at an angle, the sharp corner feels a bit more natural, but otherwise it just feels weird. Okay. Okay, if I turn off head, yeah, that gives me a good spot to just... It gives me a good spot to use as a designator as soon as I use the proper tool to get the skin color back. I can use this. There's a nice little designator here. Now I can just select in here. Do that. Okay. If I have R2 and arms free behind the body, then it looks like that. I'd say next thing I should do is figure out the mouth. I do have a few emotes where I actually do like okay, yeah, that'll work. Huh. Anyway. Okay, so it'll need to be below this. Fill that in. I do that. And I just go back here and say, yeah, I want that on a layer above it. I don't know if I should like cover that bottom, like cover the bottom of the mouth up, or if it adds to just the sheer Anki that this has. For now, I'll be ignoring the like shading stuff. At least like the nose shading stuff in the template. I figure out something to do later. For now, okay. Do that. And then get this one spot that it didn't like cover for some reason. But okay. Alright, this is coming along nice. And if we get these guys to like 50% opacity. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And again, when I'm making the other images, like, with the other positions of the arms, I can, like, I'll just be rearranging the layers to make it work. Okay. Oh. Again, I did want to mention this. It's not exactly all that relevant to the artwork or anything, but just nice thing that I managed to get done before starting the stream. I've been doing a bit of shiny hunting in Legends EA with the Mega City DLC, and I'd actually gotten so distracted by shiny hunting that I haven't actually been really, like, the main story of the DLC's been moving along at a snail's pace, because like I go through big story beats and then just, oh, here's a bunch of new side quests, so I want to do those. But of course, whenever the time changes, then, oh, here's a bunch of new mega wild zones you can go into, and sometimes they have new Pokemon, I want to get those. Other times they have Pokemon that I don't have the shinies of, and I want to get those. And the second case ends up being a lot of time, because I pretty much just go into the Mega Zone, then just pretty much find the Pokemon that I'm wanting to shiny hunt, and like obviously go for the setup for it, either despawning the entire spawn group by knocking them out or capturing them, or if it's a large enough zone, then just finding the perfect spot to like run to and from to despawn them and respawn them. And I mean, either way of those, they do tend to take some time once you get them set up, because if I do the knockout respawn, then I pretty much just have to like create a save right before they spawn back in, and then I'm just constantly reloading that save till one of them becomes shiny. And like, honestly, those ones that's actually fairly easy. I can't say fully AFK because I still have to like exit out of the game, close it, and reload it. Well, relaunch it to like keep the shiny hunt going, but it's fairly low effort. And if it's one where I have to get distance to despawn and respawn them, well, with those I don't have to constantly close and relaunch the game, which is nice. But I do have to be constantly moving. Unless I get really lucky with some of the little, like, some little mess up elevators in the Mega Dimensions that transport you horizontally instead of vertically. If I get really lucky and it's set up in a way that I can get close enough to spawn them and see them, like if I can use a teleporter, well, okay, I don't actually need to see them, I just need to get close enough to spawn them by using a teleporter, and then if, like, immediately using a teleporter can get me far enough to despawn them and I don't have to move at all, then honestly, I'd just be constantly going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then occasionally check in to see if, like, a shiny had spawned in and all that spawning and despawning. But yeah, so even with everything I have, I don't have anything that, like, I haven't managed to get the shiny power on any of the donuts. I know that's a thing I can get, I haven't managed to get it. So I've just been, like, going with just the shiny charm and everything. And sometimes I get lucky and I get them, like, immediately. Other times, it takes me a while. But anyway, on to what was nice that I got done. I got a shiny Carvana, which was the last shiny Pokemon I was going for before I could finish up the side quest and actually move on with the story. I had also gotten a shiny Mudkip in that same area, but I got that like yesterday, which was nice. Now, as for why I'm getting those shinies, I pretty much just made it a goal because I still actually, like, I like playing Legends CA, and I just kind of wanted a goal to shoot for, just so I have something to do with it. And I figured like relatively easy goal would just be to get the shiny forms of every Mega Pokemon. Of course, every Mega Pokemon that can get shinies of. Like, I can't get a shiny Mewtwo or a shiny Deontay or a shiny Zygarde in-game. So I've just been, well, like I said, just getting the shinies of all the Mega Pokemon. All the Pokemon from Mega Evolutions. And before the DLC launched, I've been doing that. I mean, I'd still been doing the same process, but it definitely took a lot longer. Just because, I mean, well, actually, before the DLC, I had just been using the distance despawn technique. And mainly because I just didn't really see the point in just knocking Pokemon out and timing when it would spawn, sorry. Loose grip. But yeah, I didn't see a point of just knocking the Pokemon out and then saving right before they respawn to just keep re-rolling that spawn. I didn't see a point of doing that like in the city when there are when there were other ways that honestly at least felt like, I guess, kind of less brain dead than just constantly loading up the game and then just closing out and relaunching it and all that if you didn't get a shiny. But once it felt like less brain dead, also had that was able to get more chances for a shiny, like say per hour, than I would with the other one. I don't know if I would. Like honestly, that might be like the best ratio of shiny chance per hour out of any of the methods. But I just didn't really want to do it. Of course, it's different in the Mega Dimension zones because you're on a strict timer there, and if that timer ends, then, well, you missed your chance. So in there actually is a reason for me to just force a respawn of an entire spawn group. Because it honestly is quicker. And that's not even, like, and I mean, honestly, with the Mega Dimension DLC, I'm definitely gonna just be doing all of my shiny hunting in the like Mega Wild zones. Simply because you have like a max of free Pokemon, free Pokemon lines that can spawn in any Mega Wild zone. The spawn groups in the zone, like an individual spawn group, will only consist of like one line of Pokemon, which makes it really easy to just, like, I mean, the smallest group I've seen of them, smallest spawn group Pokemon I've seen is 4. So you're pretty much just rolling, like getting 4 rolls at one of them being a shiny, which is fairly good odds, especially if you have all of these shiny boosting stuff. But yeah, they can get up to 6. You could have two groups of 4 of the same Pokemon next to each other. Yeah, it's just like shiny hunting in there is so much better. Okay. But yeah, I've just been like doing that on my own. For the most part, it's just a nice thing that I can do while I'm like doing some other stuff, sending out job applications, setting up like my schedule and like setting up future streams. Yeah, it's just like it's a nice thing that I could just do without focusing too much. But yeah, I can finally move forward with the story. Yay! I mean, of course, I'll be able to move forward with the story after I've like gone through and just evolve, like gone through and okay. That's okay, I think I might need to just trim, like just trim the head a bit. Oh yeah, definitely. No, not that much. Okay. That's good. Okay, that. Okay, better. Yeah, okay, that part doesn't matter because it's gonna get covered up by the hair. Oh, yeah, and another thing that's been really nice for this week so far is that we finally got a warm front moving through, and like so much of the snow is already melted. My driveway is finally clear. Most of the snow off, like pretty much all the snow off the road is off the roads except for like the big piles of snow, because obviously even when you get like temperatures up to 70 degrees, a big pile of snow is still going to melt slowly. Yeah, I'm just hoping that will, like, most of that will get melted before this little warm front leaves. Because that would be very much appreciated. And I mentioned the warm weather because that's kind of a explanation as to why my smoke alarms are beeping. Which a friend has informed me that that might be a sign that they need to get replaced. Which if they do, then I'm gonna have to do that. But I really hope that's not going to cost too much. Because I don't want to skimp out on something that's actually important for, like, home safety. But I also, like, I just don't have a lot of money. You guys know this. Yeah, I just really hope they don't cost a lot. Okay. No, that's... Might want to end that kind of higher. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Gotta move little subview me out. Well, move me around. Didn't mean to undo that part. No, that's... Okay, that looks better. Okay, we got most of the... Well, I mean, no matter what, the arms are going to be behind the head, so... I guess I can just draw the hair out and be... Yeah, I guess, like, I guess the idea is that it would... dang it. Well, actually, the important part is this is part of the hair that goes, like, comes out in front of the shoulders. So, yeah, it would be in front of the arms, too. Okay. Okay, I need to make it go more like... more in this direction. And I guess for something like this, I can kind of shorten it a bit. Okay, no, I think I kind of need to make it go a lot more. No, yeah. I think... I mean, get that closer is good. I just need to figure out how to draw the hair. Something like that. Okay, I guess something like that, yeah. Okay, looking better. Oh wait, yeah, that's on a different layer entirely. Okay, yeah, that hair is looking a lot nicer now. Okay. Okay. Looking good there. And yeah, I gotta get you to. Okay. Now, still need to. And then that gets shaved down. No. Too high up for it. I think that the point be a bit lower. Okay, that looks better. Okay, just do it like this bit. Okay, that feels better. Yeah, can't forget that this also has to be more of a point like that. Okay. And then you can't forget the most important part. Okay. And thankfully it just goes off screen. And I just gotta have it come back screen over here. Go like that. And then again, just sharpen that a bit. Okay. I'd say good, except for this section. Kind of need to fine tune it a bit. Okay, that looks good. And then one final one. It goes like this. Okay. Okay, gets about here before it goes down. Okay. Yeah, I can kind of stay there. This kind of needs to go a bit like that. Oh, actually, let's cover that up. Okay. All right, we managed to get hair. Oh, now that I look at this, I should actually be having this line go more here instead. Or, no, maybe even more like start here and okay, actually, I like that better. Definitely makes this one feel a bit less weird, like weirdly thin compared to the other one. Okay, no, I don't. No. Okay, no, this part just feels. Something like that would work better, I think. There we go. And okay, like it still looks weird. But screw it. No one's really gonna care too much about how the hair looks. Alright, so we'll get to coloring the hair next time. Because it is 7:05, which means it's definitely time to end stream. Alright. Actually, just remember what I named this title, and well, the little parts actually weren't that annoying, which is a nice surprise. But anyway, I'll be ending stream now, as you can tell because I have the end stream screen on. So let's find someone to raid into. Okay. Well, it looks like Bella is still on right now. And she's also doing art stream. Honestly, it looks like that. I think she's drawing like a robot. Or, like, not actually robot, kind of like. Well, it's something. But look at the title. It's 2000s futurism character design, which. I mean, if you know what that means, then you can kind of understand what I mean. Like, it's a robot, but a rounded robot, basically. Anyway, yeah, let's raid into Bella. So I'll start the raid now. Okay. So tomorrow's stream will be getting to doing more of the fan art, and I guess honestly I'll just be figuring out like what exactly to do for shading. Still not too sure on that, but I'll be figuring something out. Oh yeah, shit, I still need to figure out how to do the fucking gleam. Forgot about that. Anyway, we'll figure it out tomorrow. So, yeah, stream will be at the usual time, 5:30 p.m. EST. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful... Oh, okay. Yes, I'm... Okay. For everyone who came to the stream, whether you lurked, whether you chatted, thank you. I appreciate having you guys here. And I hope everyone has a wonderful morning, noon, afternoon, evening, day, night, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever time zone you're in. I hope you have a wonderful time of it, and I hope I'll see you again tomorrow. Let's raid. And for the YouTube side of things, I'll be ending a stream here. I hope to see you guys tomorrow as well. Goodbye.